Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Pipy from HackMyVm. This is a box shorted about solid easy. And yeah, let's get on to the video. As always, I'm going to start by splitting my terminals here. I'm starting again at discover my SR 10.0.0.1/24/height 0. I'm just going to grab out for PCS. Doing this, we do get IP the box 10.0.253, so do Control Shift Z, so we're map scan. So do MMISSC for default scripts, my information will scan ports in the IP. Doing this, I'll do my verbose. Like this, we have two ports open, port 22 open for SSH, and also port 80 open for HTTP, so our server is in port 80. Doing this, we do get a SPIP. I'm going to do control use source code. Look at this, we do get a version here for SPIP 4.2.0. So I'm just going to copy this, search for an exploit for this. Copy this, search for an exploit, so I'll do exploit for SPIP. Let's check for what this is. So look at this, we do have this for SPIP 4.2 is a version that allows for maintained versions of PHP while exceptionally maintaining capability with PHP 7.4. So we know what SPIP is now. We do have an exploit here for 4.2.0, which we did see in the source code for 4.2.0. We don't need any credentials here, so we can just go to view raw. Just to confirm, I want to see what the script is doing here. So we just have basic arguments for parse args using arg parse. We do make a request here set by the R variable to make a get request to this SPIP PHP. It's going to this SPIP pass. So let's see if this is all it's doing is getting this URL for the input that we put, right? And doing this, we do have this email address. If I just do this for test@gmail.com, we don't get anything, right? But it just seemed like the pass is valid. We also do find the CSRF value for the token found, and we're able to execute the payload that we do specify for the -c option, which is going to be for the command. So doing this, I'm just going to copy this. We'll put this into I'll just make a new directory actually for exploit. We'll cd into exploit, did we get that? Move this into exploit.py. We'll do chmod +x for exploit.py. We'll do python 3 for exploit.py. So here we can specify -h, which we already have the options here. We'll do -u for, we can either specify this for HTTP 10.0.253. We'll do -c for the command for ID. It doesn't seem to work. We do need a module for URL lib3. So I'm trying this for Python 2. This does seem to be working, right? So it doesn't seem like we can get an output for ID. Just a way to confirm. I go back to Python 2, just run this. We don't have an output. So just a way to confirm is using the ping command. So we'll do ping -c for the count for 3 on 10.0.069 for my IP address. We'll do ICMP or TCP dump. We'll do ICMP for -i for ETA0 for my interface. So on that, you do see that I do get the ping, the ICMP echo request from 10.0.253, which is going to be from that server. So doing this, we do know we can execute commands successfully. So let's go back to Firefox. I'm going to go to pentest. We'll go to pentest monkey. We'll go to rev shell, or we have the rev shell right here. We'll do Ctrl F for temp. Copy this, put this into here. We'll change this to 10.0.069 on 9001. We'll start up a listener here. So do all wrap. So do all wrap, and I cap my HackMyVm on 9001. Press enter on that. We do ID. And now under www data. So I'm starting up bin/bash -i. I'm gonna start by exporting my term is equal to xterm. This will allow me to clear my terminals here. We do else maxilla. Here we are under var www.html, right? So we do have a config directory here. Clear my terminals here. We do have a chmod.php, connect.php. See what this is. And doing this for connect.php, we do have a user for root and also a password for db password. Before doing that, I do want to run a T2Y because this will, if I just do this for MySQL, if I do MySQL, -u for root, we do -p, I'm not going to get the option provided for me to enter the password, right? So do Python 3, we'll do -c. -c, we'll just do the import p2y.spawn. So run a bin/bash. We do ID, www.data. I can do MySQL, or let me just cat this connect.php. We do have that password here, db password. So do MySQL -u, run this as root. We'll do -p. Start on that. We do Control L. We'll go to show databases. Now we do have some databases. So I'm going to go to spip since that's what it was running. So we'll go to use spip. We'll go to show tables. We'll show tables. Under here, I'm just going to be looking for anything for users. So we do have a table for users here. So spip users. So do select start from spip users. And here we do have Angela and also another user for, it's pretty messy here. I guess for Angela and also admin. So Angela and admin followed by the password, right? We do have admin hashed, but going to password for Angela, I'll just copy this and get X out of here. The control, I just want to do ls/mySLA for /home. We do have a user for Angela. So switch user Angela. Put in the password, we do ID, and now under Angela. So I'm going to cd back. I'm going to go into my home directory. We do have our user.txt, also do have a .ssh, so I'm going to cd into .ssh. We do have an authorized underscore keys, right? So I do want to get a %shell. We do have port 22 open for SSH, so I'll do SSH keygen. I'll do mkdir for put into my base directory, right? So do SSH keygen. Yes. We'll copy from /root.sh. We'll do ID underscore say to this directory and also this my .pub. We'll cat the ID underscore say .pub. I'm going to put this in here for my notepad or my text editor. So I can just copy and paste, right, the whole command. So I'll just echo my private key or my public key. We'll put this into authorized underscore keys. Copy this. Now I do have the command that I can just copy and paste. Make sure we set the right permissions to chmod 600 for authorized underscore keys. It does seem like it is read and write already, just to make sure. So now we do have this the private key for the public key. So the SSH into Angela at 10.0.0253. Do my site for ID underscore say. Do yes. We do ID. Now we're under Angela. So now I'm under Angela. So do ls/mySLA. I didn't seem like we do anything under here. We just had to have this user.txt, which I'm not going to cut out. So I'm going to start by cutting out my /etc lsb-release. Here I just do have the distribution release for 22.04. I do have this for Ubuntu 22.04.3 LTS. And the reason for this is I want to start going into the CV for 2023 that recently came out for, I think it's 4911. I'll just do this for exploit. I'll put this for this exploit for the GitHub. And looking to leash 3288 for that user, we do have a proper, just a small description of what this is, right, for the CV. We do have exploiting a bug in glib dynamic loaders for glib underscore tunables environment variable parsing function for parse underscore tunables. This has been tested with Ubuntu 22.04.3 with a glib version of, or we already do have 22.04.3. That's the reason why I got out my /etc lsb release. Also with the version of 2.35. So the way you can check that is doing LDD for my version. You'll see that I do have this for 2.35 or 2.35, right? For -0 Ubuntu 3.1. In this case, they just had to have this for 3.3, right? And yeah, so we don't have any PLC here, but we can just, we have a make file in here, which we can make to run. And I guess we got to compile that with GCC, right? So I'm going to make a directory for exploit, cd into exploit. I'm going to start by git cleanse repository. We'll cd into CV. So we do GCC for exp.c. Well, I'll put this to exploit. or just this for run. Make it simple for us. Now we can just do a make. This will run that Python 3 for gen_libc.py. Then it'll run that exp, right? Or I'm not sure why this is running exp. I didn't output that to that. So I guess when you run the make command, it's gonna do that exp, right? But it's gonna be the same thing if I do run as well. So I'm just gonna do run. I'm just gonna run. And doing this, you'll start by seeing a try for 100. This will take around 4 minutes, right? So you just got to be patient, right? Another script that we can start by doing is actually going into IPsec. We'll go to his YouTube channel. He does show a proper description of this CVE. I would have to say pretty detailed. So go into here, go into his description. He does provide that that tweet. He provides a tweet that is also another script that is faster, right? Basically, here's the script. They run this GNU acme.py, and it does pop a shell for them, right? So you can go here, or I'm just gonna copy link location. I'll just wget this onto the machine. I'll just wget this into here. Make it easier for us. What's in here? Oh yeah, it's just the code, right? It's because we do have a weird file name. So I'll just move that to .py. We'll do Python 3. Mindsim http.server import 8081. So I'm just gonna wait for this to complete. So I would just recommend going to that and downloading that script. But doing this, I just want to wait for this to run. So I'm just going to do Control-Shift-O. I'm going to start by SSHing into Angela. I do have I believe we do have the private key under here, so I'll do SSH into Angela. We'll do 10.0.0.253. We'll do -i for ID_SA. I do want to create a new directory for exploit 2 for the second exploit that we're going to be running. I do want to get that from this file from my server, so do wk http 10.0.0.69 import 8081. We'll do chmod +x for this. And if you do notice for this box, if you do run Python 3 for the .py, you'll notice that we don't have like a target info found for the build ID. Build ID is just just a selection place to where to start from the memory, right? It's just called a build ID, which is not recognized. So you can just copy the build ID for this machine. If we do if we into Q, we can simply just start by specifying this under, or it was under, I just saw it, targets, right? Yeah, so we can just specify here. And here I usually just specify the offset. This is going to be like an offset, the build ID followed by the offset. I just specify this for the first one for like 561, that for comma 561. We right quit that. We should have this file in here now for, we're going up. We have the 5 or 314, right? To clear my terminals here, we do Python 3 for Q. You do see that this does work now. And now we do have that build ID, which is in there, right? So basically this is just like, I guess for each, like under the targets variable, which you did see in the scripts, it's really just like a build ID followed by the offset value. And like anytime you had to have like the different versions of, they say like the unique identifier, we do have like the build ID. That's why there's like the hexadecimal strings right there, which is going to be for the build ideas and allowing us to start, or allowing the script to tell us to where to attack inside the memory, right? Or attack point for the memory, or which is called the starting point in an offset, right? So doing this, we can just wait and let this run. So after a while, you notice that we do get a shell here. So I do ID, you do see I'm under the group for root. And also here as well, if I do this for ID, I'm in the group for root. So I do bash -i. We can go back into root, do housemysla, and cat root.txt. Going back over here for the first time that we did run this exploit, if I do bash my assign, cd into root, go back, cat root.txt. So doing this, make sure you just specify the ld.so build ID, which can be 314. If you just exit out here, just go back into the script, cat into queue, you'll see that we do have under targets. If I just more into queue, under targets, make sure you just specify this 314 so we can actually do the starting base for the pointer. For the build ID, if I do Python 3, it should take some time. So if we do Python 3 for queue, give it about 5 minutes, right? Around there, and you should get a shell as root, right? Doing this, you can just exit out this, and you can cat root.txt. Well guys, pretty much in the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.